Hello guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org. In the last video, what we did was we set up a basic authentication system for logging in and logging out. And what we can do now is I want to introduce something called middleware. And what middleware is it sits in the middle in between your HTTP request and the response that is given back to the user. So let's say that you wanted to create a blog, but you are required to be authenticated to create the blog. So let's log out real quick, and I want to create a blog. Well, if I put a middleware on there that says that only authenticated users can create blogs, well, then it's not going to let me do that. It's going to redirect me wherever I tell it to. So what we can do is I'm going to create a basic middleware on our blogs controller that allows us to view blogs and the individual blogs, but it won't allow us to create a blog. So let's go about that real quick. Let's go back to Sublime Text, and inside of our blogs controller, what we want to do is create a constructor real quick. So we're just going to write public function construct, and this is very simple. We're just going to say this middleware, and we're going to pass in the name auth because we're checking if the user is authenticated. And then we don't want to have this middleware run on every single method. We only want it to run on create and store. So what we can say is only run on, and we'll pass in an array of the methods we want it to run on, which is create and store. Cool. So an identical thing that we can write out, which is just the opposite, but does the same exact logic. So we're going to have auth again, but we're going to say except. And what this means is we want it to run on everything except the index method and the show method. Alright, so these will work identical. I'm just going to run this one for now. Let's go back to Google Chrome, make sure this works. Let's refresh. So let's try to create a blog now that we're not logged in. So let's see what happens. Alright, so it sent us to the auth login controller. So let's log in real quick, and once we do that, it's going to redirect us to our create form. So let me sign in, and we are at our create blog. Cool, so we can do everything. We can add another blog, call this middleware. Alright, so we can post a blog. Cool, so we have it on there. Let's log out. Now that we're logged out, we can still view these. But like I said, we cannot go to create. We need to have authentication. So that is what middleware does. It is a validation layer in between your request and the response given back to you.